Joining us now is Whitney Tilson, investor and longtime mega donor to the Democratic Party. Thank you so much for your time this morning. So you have said that it would be a waste of time and money to continue supporting President Biden. Why so?
Well, look, it really isn't about what I think or what Abigail Disney thinks. This is not about, donors trying to force something down the throat of President Biden or the Democratic Party, but it's really about what the American people say and believe, particularly Democrats. And the evidence, unfortunately, is overwhelming that the American people already had grave doubts about Joe Biden's age and just physical and mental capability to serve for the next 4.5 years. All of those fears were confirmed last Thursday night. And then there's been nothing in the last 8 days that has done anything to assuage those concerns. And so I'm simply being very realistic. I would echo what my friend Abigail Disney said, which is this is not disrespect toward President Biden, who I love and have supported and honor his 52 years of service to this country. But he has always put his party and his country first. And he is going to lose, I'm afraid, in a landslide to President Trump, because that's what 80% of American voters are saying, that he is too old to be an effective president. And therefore, we as the Democratic Party, to have any chance of defeating Donald Trump, need to get a new candidate in there immediately.
I understand the debate was alarming, but Joe Biden being an old man is not breaking news. And it strikes me as a fair conversation and a good conversation in the fall of 22, after the midterms, not 4 months out. Is it really practical to do this? Because at the end of the day, I respect what you said earlier, but you know full well, in politics, big money and big donors like you move mountains. It's just depending on which direction you want to move them. Do you really think this is practical? Can this party pull this off in 4 months?
It is not going to be easy. It is a high-risk move, but if we simply lock arms, close our eyes, stick our head in the sand, we are going to go marching off a cliff together. And we're not just going to hand the presidency to Donald Trump, but I'm afraid candidate Biden and the grave concerns the American people have, they will take it out on Democrats' down ticket, and then he will have full control of the House and Senate as well, and we'll have basically, forget dictator for a day, which is already promised. He'll be dictator every day for the next 4 years, and that is a national nightmare that I am determined to do whatever is necessary to avoid it, even a high-risk, uncertain switch at this late stage of the game.
But I guess that's my question. I'm not questioning your determination, I'm questioning its timing. Where was the serious push 2 years ago said that it was about planning and not panicking? There's a difference. Planning is not panicking is not planning.
Actually, I would push back against the word panic. Panic implies irrationality and reckless decision-making. I believe if your house is on fire, quickly exiting that house and calling the police is not panicking. That's in fact what I and basically every single person I know, the most hardcore Democratic supporters, not just for Biden, but going back decades, every single one believes that we have no choice but to ask President Biden to thank him for his service. He has been a truly great president, but it is time for him to do what is right for the party and the country and step aside, and then we will have to scramble to find the right candidate to replace him to beat Donald Trump.
We have 30 seconds. Who's your pick if Joe steps down?
I'm not willing to say because I don't know, honestly. I think if the moment President Biden steps down, which I think is very, very likely, and it's going to happen soon, I think a dozen incredible young dynamic candidates. The Democrats have an incredible bench all over the country. A dozen of them will throw their hats in the ring. And I encourage Vice President Harris to do so as well. But I do not think she should just be anointed. She should have to earn the nomination. And from that process, those dozen people, I think we will go into the convention. And just like every party convention up till 1970, the candidate will be determined at the convention among the, call it the 3 finalists.
Do you have inside information he's going to step down soon?
No, I do not, but I can see the writing on the wall.
Whitney Tilson, thanks so much. We'll be right back.